Welcome to a Song of Ice and Fire Symposium. My name is Nav.
And I'm Harmat.
And this is A Game of Thrones, Chapter 2, Catelyn. In this chapter, Cat and Ned have a talk. They so boring. Boo.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, like they're just such mature adults.
Yeah. And they care about each other and they have a mature, healthy relationship. Okay, I don't buy it.
Anyway, welcome to the show, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. So, Harmat, what you think?
This was so boring.
Okay, but there was interesting information.
No, this would be, do you remember when we were talking about the prologue and I was like, you know what, I expected something really low key, and this is what I would have expected out of a prologue.
Yeah, but the prologue is supposed to entice you and suck you in, and if you had this, you would be like, okay, I am not reading two people have a conversation for 5 books. Like, you would never start.
That's fair.
Whereas, like,
That's
zombies, ice, weird monsters, yes, please.
Zombies are the bee's knees, Nav.
They sure are. Okay. Let's rein it back in. Okay, so let's start with our favorite, or at least my favorite segment, the 30-second summary. I'm thinking of making this
look so dumb. All of these make me look ridiculous, but continue.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that I'm thinking of making it 60 seconds, but not today, because this chapter is literally 2 pages, basically.
Yes, that's
So,
true.
yeah, you only get 30 seconds. I'm gonna get my timer here. And 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so Catelyn goes into forest, brook place, I forget the name of it.
Godswood.
Thank you, Godswood, to find Ed, and she's pretty much just, like, comparing it, and she kind of gives us a lot of insight into, like, her childhood versus, like, Eddard and, like, who they are and how they're different, all that. Anyway, let me move on. So they're literally just having a conversation, and they're pretty much just talking about random things. They're talking about the wolves that came home with the kids, and they're talking about
30
the kids,
seconds.
and then
Go, keep going.
I talk way too much. Oh my god, Harmat, stop the detail. So pretty much they're talking about the kids, and she's like, oh, the little guy's afraid, and he's like, no, he can't be afraid. And I was like, okay, that's kind of rough. Not gonna lie, that's kind of very harsh. But anyway, moving on. So, the king's coming to visit. And
why is the king coming to visit? What's actually the big news?
The king's coming to visit because Jon Arryn died. Jon Arryn died, and we're all very sad about that, clearly. So the king's coming to visit, but we don't know the real ulterior motive for the king. And we also don't like, or Eddard doesn't like the queen and her family, so that will surely bring up a conflict. I can almost guarantee it.
Okay, that's enough. Yeah. That was 1.5 minutes. That was way too much time. I am seriously just gonna start enforcing the 30 seconds from now on.
All right.
One day I will.
You don't give me any warning. You need to give me a warning at 15 so I know that I've gone overboard. But you never give me a warning. And then it's 30. And then I'm like,
Okay, because usually at 15, you're like, Godswood. And I have to, like, jump in and say that as opposed to saying 15.
Okay, you should do both.
Okay. All right. Why don't you start at the beginning of the chapter?
Let's do it. Okay, so we start with a very long Catelyn monologue where she talks about
so really it's just her thinking.
Yes, her monologue, her internal monologue. And it's just kind of an insight. It gives us a lot of insight into her personality, into her character, how she compares, how she fits into this world. And
yeah,
so
but what is that?
About, like,
yeah, sorry, go ahead.
So she's talking about how her religion, I think, is different compared to the people who live here in this Godswood, like Eddard.
In the north.
Yes, in the north compared to where she came from the river.
Yeah,
Tulsi River?
No.
Something like that.
She's a Tully
River
from River Run.
Oh, oops. Almost. I almost got it.
Yeah, and the northern people believe in the old gods, and her family and the southern people believe in the faith of the seven. You know, and she's talking about the Godswood itself as well, because there's, like, this is very dark and solemn and serious, and the Godswood in the south tend to be, like, a place to chill and hang out.
Mm-hmm. When I was reading that, I was like, dang, I feel like that really reflects, I feel like, when I first read it, I was like, oh, that, like, definitely reflects the atmosphere. Because already we've just run into such bad circumstances, like, especially the prologue. So I'm like, dang, like, this is not a fun place to be, you know? But then I was like, also, this is just her perspective. Like, you can't always trust the narrator, right?
Yeah, we don't really
That's
know
why we
much
have
about her.
multiple narrators. So just because she's saying it's all, you know, sunshines and rainbows down there, I don't agree with her. I don't think she's right so far, but we'll find out. Anyway, moving on. It's just her monologue, and then eventually, you know, a couple pages later, she finds Ned, as she likes to call him.
And he's sitting under the weirwood tree / the heart tree, which has white bark and red leaves, and it's always watching.
That was a little scary.
Well, creepy. Not really scary, just like...
Yes, creepy, yes. That,
yeah,
no,
and it's that tree is, they say, or she thinks, that it's older than Winterfell itself, and the face on it was carved by the children of the forest before the coming of the first men, and later we find out that children of the forest have been gone for 8,000 years. How old is this tree?
Yeah, that's insane. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Continue.
So then she finds Ned, and I just wrote, they pretty much beat around the bush because she doesn't want to give him the bad news.
Yeah, a little bit.
Or beat around the tree, I should say. But anyway, so they're talking about the wolves, and they're like, they're pretty much you know, in the previous chapter we met the wolves, we know the story. So she's talking about how the youngest child is afraid of the wolf.
Yeah.
And Ned very sternly says, well, he's got to get over it. Yeah. Suck it up, son, is essentially his vibe.
Because winter is coming.
Yeah, I'm already bored of that, and I can tell that it's going to happen 1,000 more times. I'm already bored of that catchphrase for their house.
There's a reason it's a meme.
Yeah. Makes sense. It's like, winter is coming. Like, okay, buddy. And then they're pretty much talking, they give us a very shocking revelation that the Night's Watch is dropping like fleas because of the wildlings.
Well, not that they were just dropping like fleas, but that they're also deserting. Like, this guy that he just killed was the 4th deserter that year. Yeah. And now the Night's Watch has less than 1,000 people now.
Yeah, which is...
And it's like...
That's...
Yeah, we saw those things. We saw what's beyond the wall. I don't think 1,000's gonna be enough.
Yeah, definitely not. And especially, like, from what I know so far, the Watch is... We don't know of any other, like, governing bodies other than, like, the king beyond the wall, but I feel like he's definitely not, like, an official, you know?
Yeah, so but we know about...
the only official...
King Robert, and Eddard is also an official ruler, so...
That's what I mean, like, he's a ruler, and his place only has, like, not his place, the organization, I guess, he's a part of.
Well, I don't think he's part of the Night's Watch. I think, it's just because the Night's Watch is closer to him. Like, the king isn't in part of the Night's Watch. They're not all there to be part of the Night's Watch.
Okay.
It's like the Night's Watch is a thing, and then they have their lives. And he realizes that the Night's Watch is important, so he's like, I will help them out when I go north, I ride north, and deal with the king beyond the wall. Which is when Cat is like...
are you sure, buddy?
Yeah. Because she has been hearing stories about the others, and they're and he's like, the others have been gone 8,000 years, like the children of the forest.
That made me cackle.
Yeah, because, like, what did we see in the prologue? And that makes you think, Okay, so if the children
if the others aren't gone, are the children actually gone? Like, I don't buy it. I even wrote down, I was like, I don't buy this. but yeah, and that's also when they talk about his sword, Ice.
Yeah, it's 400 years old. It was spell forged in Valyria before the Doom. Doom with a capital D.
Doom. Dang. I mean, okay. Wow.
Yeah, so it's like
back when, I think it said like back when the Night's Watch ruled the North or something like that.
It's that the sword itself is 400 years old, but the name that it bore, Ice, is older even than that, when the Starks were the kings in the North.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah.
See, I always remember like the phrase, but I never know the specific names of the organizations. I'm like, I don't. Night's Watch.
Starks were kings in the North over 400 years ago.
Okay.
That's what we know. Okay, so they're talking about, that's when she tells him eventually, oh, Jon Arryn is dead. And we find out that he was like a very major father figure to him and to King Robert. That Jon Arryn actually revolted against the Mad King Aerys when he wanted Ned and Robert dead. And then he also married Cat's sister. So it's like, a very strong bond.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yet they haven't seen each other in God knows how long.
Yeah, but can you imagine traveling in those times?
Okay, that's true. I mean, winter's always coming, so, you know, gotta be on the watch.
Aside from winter, there's no, paved roads. There's no cars. There's no trains. There's no planes. You gotta walk or ride a horse or be in a buggy or something. None of which are very ideal options, honestly.
That's fair. But at the end of I think it was at the end of the chapter when Ned is like, oh, well, he hasn't come in so long and now he's just suddenly out of nowhere. I feel like that feels a little resentful. Like he purposefully hasn't come or something.
No, I feel like he ends it with damn his royal hide. I think he's just being jokey.
Okay.
It's damn that guy. Now he's make me do all this work.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're pretty much just pretty much the summary of that is Rob was going to come to Winterfell with his entire congregation.
Not Rob, say Robert, because Rob Stark
King Robert.
Yeah, because if you start calling him Rob, then
There's another Rob?
Don't you remember Rob Stark? Jon Snow's brother, Bran Stark's brother.
Oh, like the perfect poster child brother. I remember that guy. Yes.
That guy. So he's Rob. This is Robert. Okay. Actually, say it.
Dang.
And then there's Jon Snow, Jon Arryn.
Martin really didn't meet a lot of people in his life. He really didn't know a lot of names.
No, but when you have thousands of characters in your book series, you gotta...
It doesn't matter. I'm sure there's a million names in the world.
Well, it kind of makes sense, because, if you think about it, maybe Ned named his kids after the two people he loves the most,
Fine.
Yeah, it's possible.
Don't justify my confusion. I don't appreciate this.
Okay, move on.
Okay, anyway, so Robert...
Wait, before
Robert's
that,
queen.
I quickly want to talk about Lysa, Cat's sister.
Yes.
Who has returned to the Eyrie after her husband died. And Cat's sad because, her sister's probably going to be grieving a bunch and she wants to take care of her. And then we find out that her uncle, Brendan Tully, is at the Eyrie because he is Knight of the Gate. What does that even mean?
Knight of the Gate. You stand by the gate and you are the Knight of the Gate.
Yeah.
That is your job.
You could get a statue to do that, though.
Yeah.
Sucky job. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah.
Okay, but also better than being on the Night's Watch and getting killed Will did.
Yeah, now you can talk about the fact that the king is coming.
So Robert's coming! But
Ned's excited, but Cat not so much. Now do you remember the reason why?
Because she can't go visit her. Oh no, wait, yeah. Oh no, she's heard rumors.
Of what?
Rumor has it, I forgot the song as soon as I started singing it. She's heard rumors. She's like, oh, the wolf dead with the antler in his neck. What was the other bad omen?
And she's like,
Wolves
oh, Ned doesn't
spotted.
care about these signs.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, what could it be a sign of? What do you think? Why is that wolf with the antlers so significant?
I think that the antler is from another one of, like, you know, we know the others. I'm sure the others have friends, you know. We know the children of the forest. Like, I'm sure there's something that the antler signifies, some sort of creature, or maybe it's just like, you know, it's just a bad omen in their culture to be killed by something with an antler, you know?
Yeah, okay.
Like, you know, superstitions exist.
Yeah, we don't really know what the basis for this is. Hopefully we'll find out soon.
Yeah, but I agree with her, because I don't think King Robert, like you said, it's not hard, it is very difficult to travel. So I don't think he's gonna come all the way with his entire congregation to just be like, I don't think that Aaron dying is enough. Aaron dying is enough. Even though
like he has a second motive to be coming. So
yeah,
it's not like
definitely
there, I know our dad figure died. Sorry.
Yeah.
Bye. See ya.
No. He doesn't feel like a very soft
So what
guy,
do you think
you know?
his motive is? What does he want by coming to Winterfell?
I don't know, but I think it has something to do with what's beyond the wall.
Really? Okay.
Or maybe, actually, no, though. We're only on, like, this is chapter 2. So I don't think we can get there yet. We need more story building. So maybe it's more about his relatives than it is about King Robert. Like, King Robert wants something from his relatives, and then...
Or, like his, you know, like Ned and the family, the Starks, basically.
Yeah, there could be, like, a 3-way exchange. I don't know. Like, he wants to get, like, someone married to someone. I don't know. Okay. He needs, like, another army, brave battalion. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
We're just
all
spitballing
possible
out
answers. Here. So yeah, basically the chapter ends. They're like, gotta prep for the king's visit. Because he's like bringing hundreds of people with him. The queen's coming. The kids are coming. The queen's brothers are coming.
Dang.
And Ned does not like the idea of that. Because the Lannisters joined Robert's cause at the very last minute, and they were like, oh yes, please give us all the credit. Imagine you fought a huge long war with your best friend, and then just some outsider comes in and is like, oh yeah, I totally helped. Yay, we're winning. I would not like that.
No, definitely not. I would be pettier. I would probably end up doing something I'd regret. Not like bad, but like I would be mean to them. I would not be. But also if I had as much power as Ed does, and like, you know,
Ned.
Yes, Ned does.
It's Eddard and Ned.
Eddard, yes. And since they're, no matter how terrible they are, they're the king's relatives. Like, there's a limit. And even what's her face? Oh, Catelyn says, like, she's like, you need to control yourself and stop. Because this is, like, the king's relatives. Because who is he talking badly
She says
about?
The Lannister woman is our queen, and her pride is said to grow with every passing year.
Which is like, okay, buddy. Your pride could calm
Are you
down
looking
a
forward
little.
to meeting her?
No.
It's
only gonna bring problems. It's not gonna be like, oh, this isn't the type of book where it's gonna be like, she's actually amazing in disguise.
Okay.
You know, like, that's not gonna happen. Like, she's gonna be awful, living up further to her name.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. What are your predictions going from here?
I have a couple fun ones this time. Usually I'm just like, oh, they're gonna go beyond the wall.
Yeah.
This time, I think I have some fun ones,
Okay.
but like, also, in case they're not fun, cut out the part where I say they're fun.
Okay.
So, okay.
Keeping it in.
Yes. Okay, so you remember when I was like, Ned's gonna die?
Oh, yeah, you predicted that the wolves were gonna eat him. No, you predicted that he was gonna die, and then that would cause a drift between Jon Snow and Robb Stark. The wolves were a different thing.
Yes, the wolves are gonna attack someone. That's my prediction.
Okay. Do you think it's gonna be somebody on the king's party, or is it gonna be somebody in the family?
Definitely. I think it's gonna end up being a brother, and because it's the brother,
like a Lannister brother.
Queen's gonna and then the queen's gonna rile up. I'm just going off of every like drama, like rom-com drama stereotype here.
All right.
So then
first it was a dystopian horror, now it's a rom-com drama.
We're just floating through the genres, guys. Anyway, so then she's gonna manipulate the king, and the king's gonna be like, okay. And then havoc.
Okay, all right. What's your next prediction?
Okay, so my prediction is, I never actually said it, so like, Ed's gonna die. Piggybacking off of that, I think that Catelyn, okay, one thing that I already like about this series is we're actually getting, I think when we originally started, because we were literally just introduced to just guys and it was just a guy perspective, I was like, dang, okay. But then I was like, okay, like, I guess with the, like, where it's set and just like, you know, it made sense, and I was like, okay, whatever. And then we got to Catelyn and I was like, okay, cool. But then I was like, there's a purpose here. And I feel like if Ed dies, and like,
yeah,
I'm hoping that it'll go to Catelyn, right? So hopefully it'll go to Catelyn. I feel like she's more
like
qualified.
What will go to
kids.
Catelyn? Like his title?
Yes.
Okay. Also, about the fact that, you know, now we have a female perspective, don't ever forget, though, that the writer is a straight white male. So, like, even though it's Catelyn's perspective we're seeing, it's being written actually by George R.R. Martin. So just keep that in the back of your mind. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So if Cat leads, I think that this whole beginning where she's kind of like dissecting for us her versus Ned's, her original world versus Ned's world and all that. I'm just curious about the dynamic if she was leading, you know?
Okay, yeah, would she be a good leader? I think
I think she would be a good leader, but I think that she would be met with a lot of resistance because she's different, and if she had different from this environment that she's in, clearly, as we can see from her thoughts and her dissection of what's around her. So I think that she would definitely be very like she would do it differently, and I don't know how well that would go over, and I don't even know if her kids would support her.
Yeah, but okay, well, the only thing is Ned has like 10 kids, not 10. He has like a bunch of sons. Wouldn't it go to Rob?
See, that would make sense. That would make more sense in the world we're in, but I would like it to go to her.
Okay. Yeah.
So if this was a happy, nice little story, that would be my prediction. But I don't know, it was just a cool thing that came into my head. I was like, that would be cool. My predictions are never realistic. We know this.
Okay, anyway. So Ned's gonna die, the wolves are gonna attack someone, Catelyn's gonna get to lead.
Catelyn's gonna change the world.
Okay. Now to the very last part of this episode. Do you want to flip the page and tell us what the next chapter is?
Daenerys? Sorry.
Actually, some people say Daenerys, but it's widely pronounced as Daenerys.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Daenerys is a person. I don't remember that name. We haven't heard that name yet.
Well, who do you think is Daenerys?
It could be... Daenerys could be a guy's name. That could be one of her brothers. The Queen's brothers. The Queen's name is Cersei? Kersey? I don't know.
Yeah, it's Cersei.
Okay. Who could be Daenerys? I have no idea. Maybe we won't find out about the king and stuff yet. Like, maybe the scene will change to something else, you know? Like something beyond the wall, and that's Daenerys.
Yeah. That would be cool. Would you like a change of scenery, or would you want to find out more about where we're at here?
I think a change of scenery.
Okay.
And then come back. Because we have lots of time to come back to them.
I think that's it for the chapter then. Let's get into plugging some things. I know we haven't done this so far, but I feel like now's the time. Okay, so first off, check out our website at popculturesymposium.tumblr.com. I know, it's a little weird. It's like a blog. It is a blog, it's not a website. But, you know, I put effort into it, so just check it out. And also on there, we have our discussion page, which is popculturesymposium.tumblr.com/connect. Get it? Because then you get to connect with us and other people, because connect. You can also email us at popculturesymposium@gmail.com. We're on Facebook at Pop Culture Symposium and also on Twitter at Pop Symposium. All those places. We want feedback because honestly, we don't know what we're doing. Just help us out here, okay? Also, we would just appreciate and love getting to know some of you. And yeah, all of these links can be found in our show notes, so you don't actually have to remember any of them. Just click on the thing, because clicking is a thing.
Clicking means winning.
Does it?
No, I don't know. I was just trying to encourage them.
Okay, all right. Well, thanks for listening, everyone. Farewell, my friends.
Talk to you later.